Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Welcome.
I didn't realize I had you still on the unmute in the saying that's my fault. This is our first live podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Apologies for the scuff.
Hello.
Good to see you all today. How we doing? My goodness, we got Callie and we've got Agent in the chat. Hello, good to see you guys.
Callie actually here for once.
Nether King,
Shocker.
hello. Hello. Welcome everybody to our first ever live podcast, and I forgot to put my sign on my door.
Yeah, first ever live with definitely no issues at all.
Okay,
Hi, Callie.
I'll be right back.
All good. Today we're doing our first ever live because we don't have the time to do recording and editing, so we're like, let's do it live. Praying that this shit
I was
works.
so focused on getting everything up and working on both of our ends that I forgot to put up my sign.
I just ran out before and was like, guys, I'm about to start. Don't bother me.
So
I still need to get a sign.
Yeah. Okay. So for anyone who hasn't seen our little podcast series, Espen, would you like to give us a little rundown of what to expect?
Yep. Okay. So basically,
We're gonna ignore the
chat
fact that my
for
tail
50
reaches into
minutes
her
straight.
thing.
All good. We talk for about roughly 50 minutes straight about a given topic. Today we're going over the third book in the School for Good and Evil series. What's the damn name of the book? The Last Ever After?
Wait, I think I have it in a box somewhere in this room. I might be right. I might be wrong.
Somewhere.
I could check the box, but it might take me a while to find the book.
Yeah, and we have 50 minutes to go through it. However, if we do go over the 50 minutes, we get an extra 5-10 minutes of time to quickly rush through what we're doing, because we often go over 50 minutes.
Yeah,
We're
in the
not
last couple of
most precise
episodes,
on our timing.
we used to be, but in the last couple of episodes, we have been going over
We've been
quite
shockers.
a bit. Yes.
Oh, jeez. But yes, just to give a quick rundown of today's book, if you guys haven't seen the past books, go watch them after this. It's quite a good series, and we really delve into it and go into some theories and fun stuff.
I'm gonna quickly read the chats. Hello, Star. Welcome into the chat. Welcome. Callie says, "I got to chat with you more. Real basement confinement has made it harder to communicate with others." Yes, that would make it hard, wouldn't it, Callie?
And no,
Moona, let Calypso out. Hey, I'm not
out
in charge of the base. I'm not in charge of the basement. Sir Arla is. Okay, it's not my fault. She keeps getting herself sent to the basement.
Blame Sir Arla, always.
I think it needs to be 55 minutes.
It's a joke. Let it be. Shush.
All right. I wasn't locked in chat.
So
Hello, Rosa. Hello, good to see you in the chat today. Welcome in.
So, quick rundown of this book. It's the worst in the series. My least favorite, at least. I don't know about you.
I still need to finish the 5th book and start the 6th in a month. Yeah, I have a month to finish.
Look, this book didn't know what it wanted to be.
This book had some questionable choices.
It had some questionable choices, and we'll get into it. But you know what? Let's not drag around the bush. I'll get the timer started.
Oh, don't worry, Rosalind. You are not late at all. Don't worry. We are just getting started.
No, we haven't even pressed the timer yet, dude. I'll get us started though, and I'll start off with what was meant to be small points, but ended up being a really long paragraph that I'll quickly run through. Before we're gonna go through the book from start to end, so you guys don't have to read it. Yay!
Well, we'll try to fit it all into the duration of the stream.
We'll attempt.
So, we will attempt.
Alright.
If you guys have any questions during the session, I guess that's what we're calling it, the session. If you have any questions during the session, don't be afraid to ask. This is an open discussion, and Title of the stream should be we read this so you don't have to.
We read this so you guys don't have to. Basically, that's what we do here. Alright, I'll get the timer started right now. 3, 2, 1. 50 minutes. I'm gonna start us off. Okay, 1, as we just mentioned, my least favorite in the series. 2, this is why I didn't like it, but I always like felt like this book was so choppy. Like it stops and it starts and it stops and it starts, and it felt like multiple books were squished into one. And I was always wondering this, and then I found out this thing when I was doing research and writing down my notes. So it is because the book actually is separated into different parts. It's set into 3 different sections.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the thing is, he didn't do this in the first book. He did it in the second one, but the reason it was good in the second one is he only cut it in half, which was, you know, in the second book how you saw the clear divide between the beginning and the end, like the beginning and the middle.
I believe so.
It was the shift. That was done well. He did that very well, and he did it for the rest of the series. The only issue with this one, part 1 took up 80% of the book, and parts 2 and 3 were 10%. And it was
for anyone confused, when we say he, we mean the author, Mr. Soman Chayani. Again, we apologize if we are saying his name wrong. We think this is the correct pronunciation.
We're hoping so. We should probably just look it up, honestly, at this point.
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
But yeah. Pretty sure.
Sounds like that one time Jobby the Hong said? The one time... What? Sorry, I was reading chat. Don't know what you were referencing, Nether King. Comment. My apologies. Okay. Where are we at with the points?
Because of the weird, like, divide between the percentages of each part, it felt just choppy, and the book was really, really long, and it just dragged on and on and on. Like, it felt like you got to a conclusion, and then they started a new book, but in the same book. Like, it could have, and it probably should have been too. If I was writing it, I would have made it too, but whatever.
So, shall we get into the dot points?
Yes.
Or really, rather the highlighted notes.
Now, I've made some dot points, but yeah, for those who missed the last episode, I feel like the book's done in parts. Usually, it's hard to make them work. Yes, Kelly. That's my main issue with this book. In the end of the last book, if you didn't see the episode, it was often a cliffhanger, and it was such a great cliffhanger. Basically, Sophie and Agatha are the best friends in this book. Sophie went off with Rafal, the dude who she's pretending to like. And
didn't she
Agatha
genuinely like him at one point at the start? Didn't she actually like him? I think at the start she did.
Honestly, he was kind of a rebound from Tendros, if you ask.
Oh no, wait, sorry, no, she didn't. That's right, because they killed him in the first book, and then he's come back to life. Yep, she got bamboozled into bringing him back to life.
Why are my eyes not working?
I don't know. VTube Studio be funky like look, you think your eyes aren't working? Look at mine. I look like I'm high.
Yeah, ignore the fact that we look like we've done loads of some substance. But then Agatha and Tedros went back to
So let's put it this way. So at the end of the last book, Evelyn Sadov, she's now dead. Sophie's with the Rafal, and they are now running 2 schools for evil. And Agatha and Tedros have been banished from the school for evil, and now they are living in Gavaldon. That is what Espen was trying to convey.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
But you start off basically exactly where it finished, with each of the couples in the different worlds. You get Rafal and Sophie and Agatha and Tedros. And with Sophie, it's immediately jumped straight in to Rafal's trying to get her to marry him, because it's not revealed to the end, so we won't talk about it to the end, but he gets something special if she agrees to marry him. Basically,
by the way, he's like 1,000 trillion years old, and Sophie is a child by comparison.
Yeah. Oh, she's not even. I think she was like 16, 17 this book or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, and then you get to Agatha and Tedros in
Gavaldon.
Right? And Tedros has been wounded, so Agatha brings Tedros to her mother, Callus, and we get this whole thing about like how the town's changed, because the priests who are taking over the town are like now all grouchy and hate Agatha and all that, and they've actually forced Callus.
didn't they sort of talk about how the town had changed a little bit in the last book?
Not fully until this book, because it's revealed to Agatha, because Callus tells her that Agatha has been considered a witch now, and they want her dead. They want to burn her at the stake, and they get found out because Callus is stealing food for Tedros and Agatha, and then.
Oh yeah, because they're treating it. It's like a military kind of thing at this point.
Yeah.
For comparison, has anyone seen the show on Netflix, Black Lightning, the superhero show? Yeah, you guys know the arc in the show where like, what was the name of that organization? I don't know. Where everything, like, you know, if you were meta, you would get like sent into like prison or something like that. I don't know, but like really bad prison. Something like that, and like they ration everything. Yeah, it's really bad, really horrid. So yeah, Callus got caught for stealing food for Tedros because, you know, supposed to only be taking food for like rations for 2 people a day. She's stealing food for 3 people, and people getting suspicious when they figure it out. They're like, it's just her and Agatha. Why does she need 3 portions?
And yeah, and they find Agatha at this point, and then this is where I love the foreshadowing in the last book. It was great. You see Callus like always asking about what Agatha was learned at the School for Good and Evil, and it leads to this because Agatha's about to be literally burnt or something at like a.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my, like literally witch burnings at the stake. Literally, chat. Cannot make this up. Back in the old days when witches were, if you could read, you were a witch, right? Yeah. Burning at the stake.
And Callus basically whips her hand out, and her finger glows, and she repels the bloody fire. Which, if you guys have not seen the other episodes, finger glows are important. So
they are important. Finger glow basically means you have magic. If your finger glow, you can do abracadabra. You can go abracadabra. Apparently, that's a funny Harry Potter joke. I tried.
Apparently, yes.
Apparently it is. I tried to do the funnies.
But yeah, Callus knocks out all the guards, frees Agatha, and tells her to go to, I think it was Sophie's mother's gravestone, wasn't it? No, it was the one with the butterfly carved into it.
Yeah, which is Sophie's mother's gravestone.
The swan carving.
Yeah, the swan carvings. Yes. Wait, no. Weren't the swans the graves of her 2 sons who died at birth? And then, like, in the middle of their gravestones was the mother's?
It doesn't matter. Really, at the end, it doesn't matter. She just told her to go to the swan-marked gravestones.
Sure.
But, yeah. And so Agatha bolts, but turns around and sees her mother, Callus, being brutally murdered.
Yay! Let me see if I remember the right toggle.
Dead.
Hooray!
It's okay, Callus.
Nope, wrong toggle.
We see Callus later in a flashback anyway, so we'll go back to that. Okay, so basically Tedros and Agatha. I know, crazy, Callus is dead, but it's fine. Breathe, people. So they reach the gravestones, and they're like, well, what the hell do we do now? And then a hand reaches out and like drags them into the gravestones.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was kind of freaky.
Notice once they're out of it, it's Princess Uma, who we actually didn't mention. She's in the first book. She's really good with animals. That's basically her entire shtick, and that's it. She's really not that important. And she gives the rundown of what's going on in the book.
Doesn't she get more important in the other books?
Yeah, she does, but like her whole shtick is basically she's good with animals. That's the only reason that she's important.
This is true.
She speaks to them. But yeah, she gives you the stick of the book, the very quick rundown of what's going on in the magic world, which is the old villains from older fairy tales, who died, are being raised from the dead.
It's a zombie apocalypse, basically, chat. Zombie apocalypse. Run for your lives. Oh my god, they're everywhere. The bad guy you killed in
then...
that one fairy tale? Yeah, he's back from the dead. Oh no, what do we do? Basically.
And then Sophie and Rafal's whole love thing they've got going on with the ring, and then the League of 13.
I feel like we need to expand on the ring a bit more.
As well, because
I feel like we should expand on the ring a bit more.
Well, we'll get back to it later because literally in the book she says we've got to get to League of 13. They're both like, what the fuck do you mean? And she's like, yeah, I'll just explain later because I can't really talk about it now.
The One Ring.
Yes, the One Ring from The Hobbit.
I don't know what that means,
but, yes.
but I'm gonna pretend I don't know what's going on, but I'll act like I do. I've never seen The Hobbit.
Have you never seen The Hobbit?
No.
Oh my jeez.
No.
I'll explain later.
Okay.
But yeah, so Uma's now taking them to the League of 13, and on the way there, they come across Snow White's cottage, and they go in there and they find Snow White and her dwarves brutally murdered.
Yeah, this I remember. This I remember.
The evil queen.
The evil queen risen from the dead.
Hobbit down in our notes. But yeah, so Snow White's dead. It was quite actually graphic in the book. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, it was quite. It was very graphic.
The first two books, like there was like some testy stuff, but they never got like super gruesome. But the last, from book 3 and on, like some of the scenes are very graphic. Actually,
what happened to my childhood?
Like
Why is Snow White dead? Snow White is dead because the evil witch came back from the grave. Quite literally, that's the whole point of this book. All fairy tale villains come back from the dead, and they are now killing all their. They're killing their nemesis. The nemesi? What is the plural for nemesis? Not important. Basically, the bad guys are coming back from the dead and they're killing the heroes or the protagonists of their stories to get revenge. And no one expected it. No one knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
So now Snow White is dead. And Snow White is one of many.
Princess Uma in this book is not too important is because right after this, whilst they're assessing, Tedros and Agatha are assessing the scene of dead Snow White, Princess Uma gets petrified by the evil queen, which is great. So, yeah, they eventually find their way to the League of 13.
Is that a Nemesis Prime reference?
Cave,
no,
and the
it's
League
not.
of 13. Where is it? There was a list I made. Here, the League of 13 is comprised of Cinderella, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Pinocchio, Yuba the Gnome from the past books, Hansel and Gretel.
Yuba is actually very important, I think, for...
Merlin!
Yeah, the last book, yeah.
This is really important because...
The legendary, famous Merlin from King Arthur's story.
As I quote from the book, Tedros sees Merlin, freaks out for a second, and then passes out.
I forgot he passed out.
He's such a little baby. He can't handle it. You don't understand. I hate Tedros.
We know. We know.
And come on. He gets so upset by seeing somebody who passes out.
Well, I think he thought Merlin was dead or something, didn't he?
No, he wakes up, literally right after this, he wakes up and then he's like, why the hell did you abandon me, you piece of shit? Blah, 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 blah. I was all alone. Da, 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 da. And just complains for the rest of the fucking book. That's it.
Bro saw a tweet
this book is 50% Tedros complaining.
It is! Man needs to stop complaining.
Like, why is my life so difficult? Why does nobody love me? Oh, we wonder why.
We wonder why,
Tedros. Grew up from
Tedros.
being 5 years old.
True, I mean, he was pampered his whole life he was pampered, so.
Yes, Rose, I 100% agree. Oh, jeez. But yeah. Basically, after Tedros has his little complaining time,
Agatha basically says, alright, you need to calm the fuck down, and this is the plan. This is what's happening. This is what's happening in the world right now. People are dying, and you need to calm down.
Kind of.
Merlin
goes through how they need to save the world, basically.
Because, you know, we can't not have teenagers not saving the world, right? So...
hey, teenagers and really old people who are struggling
Probably, yeah,
to walk. But whatever.
yeah. I don't know how they
Yeah.
ended up saving the whole world.
But
with...
to take a long story and make it short, the ring that Rafal's given Sophie while trying to get her to take, I think at this point she had accepted the ring.
I think at this point she did accept it.
They need to convince Sophie to destroy the ring by herself using Excalibur. It needs to be Excalibur and it needs to be Sophie. It can't be anybody else. But Rafal has Excalibur! Yay! 'Cause it's in all of the schools. How amazing.
Oh no! I did not accidentally put on my love heart toggle. Shut the fuck up, chat. But oh no, Rafal has the sword. Whatever shall we do? Oh, the horror.
Yeah. Yeah. In this summary page, when I was doing like a summary, I was reading over some summaries that people had created. This is my favorite quote that I found. After this, we cut back to Rafal and Sophie. The ring given to Rafal actually tattoos on Sophie's finger Tedros' name. Beautiful.
I remember this. I remember this.
This is my favorite quote ever that I found in the summary pages. Because it's just funny. It says it has that bit, and then it goes on to say, it says Rafal's tattoo, the ring tattoos Tedros' name on her finger, and Hort becomes a really good-looking lad.
Oh my god, Hort had such a glow up in this, man. Dude, he actually had such a glow up, man. All for Sophie. He did it all for Sophie, man.
Yeah.
I love these new toggles.
And the main point of clipping back to Rafal and Sophie at this point is to show what's happening there. The school is no longer good or evil or boys and girls. It is now the school of new. So the new villains and heroes.
So basically the cast of like, you know, all the previous stories. So like all the students basically are in the school for new, and all like Espen said, all the villains who are now back from the grave in the school for old, because they are old. Basically think the new generation and the old people.
And of course, that means that what's a better option than for Rafal to make Sophie a teacher, which is shit and everybody hates her. But Lesso, I think Lesso is trying to get a good side or something, but she tells Sophie that she believes that there is a spy somewhere in the school, and also about the fact that all the good teachers, which includes Professor Dovey, have been imprisoned in the school for old. Now this point is when I was like, this next point in the book, I was like, maybe this book will actually be good. Maybe I can. Yeah,
this is where stuff got started to get interesting in the book, actually.
Maybe there's hope. Tedros and Agatha do a gender swap. We're back to gender swapping.
Yeah, we went back to that.
Disguised as, this is my favorite thing ever, Agatha as Edgar and Tedros as Essa. And they enter the school with Dot, Hester, and Anadol. Love the witches. Mwah.
I'm sorry. What? Okay. We need to explain for people who have not seen the podcast episode or read the books. Yes. In the last book, it was the school for good and evil became the school for boys and girls, and to infiltrate the school for boys, they had to come up with like a potion to like swap genders, and yeah. Sophie became This is why I was saying that Yuba was very important, because gnomes have the ability to change genders freely, and the potion was it was made by Merlin originally. And hi, favorite idiot. Good to see you again. What's up? We're just explaining the whole gender swapping thing.
Oh my god, Rose. Yes.
But yeah, the potion was very important in the last book.
Additionally, for those who missed it, go back and watch the last episode. But for those who did miss it, additionally, whilst Sophie was a boy and was becoming besties with Tedros, we actually got bisexual Tedros.
Yes, we did. He got
Tedros
so mad. He got so mad when he found out it was a lie.
Kissed.
Again, emphasis on Tedros and boy
kissed.
Sophie.
And as soon as he realized that it was actually Sophie and not a boy, he then freaked out. Was like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Like, what are you doing?
Lucy.
Tedros was questioning life. He was like,
Yeah.
"It was you?"
Yeah.
I almost kissed Sophie. Ugh. Like literally, it wasn't even. I almost kissed a boy. No, it was. I almost kissed Sophie. Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, once they sneak into the school as Edgar and Essa, Agatha goes to get Excalibur, and Tedros. Sorry, no. What? I thought this was the opposite way around, but these notes are saying the other. I thought Tedros went to get Excalibur and Agatha tried to convince Sophie to come with them. Huh.
I feel like that's right. Like what you're saying is right. Maybe the notes are wrong.
Yeah, the notes are probably just wrong.
I can see Moona's having lots of fun with the new toggles. Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you, Calypso.
Hey, I can make my eyes go red, so.
Yeah, look, we can both do things with our eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could stare into your souls.
Tedros tries to go after Excalibur, which is in somewhere. It's in one of the like rooms of all the artifacts and stuff. And Agatha tries to convince Sophie to come with them.
Was this the I forgot, like the museum of fairy tale something?
This was the one
in the school for good.
Yeah, there's a weird artifact museum thing. I think we go over it in the first episode. But
we definitely do because it is important.
Yeah. So Agatha is about to convince Sophie to go with them, but then Rafal grabs Sophie's hands and says there's no point in going because she'll be back begging for his forgiveness.
Oh, yes.
Toxic.
Very toxic.
Oh shit, we have 27 minutes, bro.
Okay, let's speed through this. Let's just get to the most important points.
Yes. No, some of this is very important. That's why I made notes on it.
Yeah,
and it's at this point that Rafal sees that Tedros' name is tattooed under the ring. Let's go. And Sophie goes with them, and so does Hort. So now, Hort, Sophie, Agatha, Tedros, and all of the 13. Oh, as well as the witches, Dot, Anadil, and
Hester.
And Hester. All
Hester's
go
my
with
favorite,
the 13 to go
so cool.
to the Lady of the Lake. Now, whilst they're there, guys, guess what? More drama, more Tedros complaining time.
Oh, great. What else is the future prince of all of the woods good for, other than complaining?
We find while we're there that the Lady of the Lake has been... Now, previously, Tedros thought that his mother was dead. But we find that Genevieve, his mother, is actually...
alive and well.
For the last
Very alive and well.
By the Lady of the Lake with Lancelot, Tedros' dad's best friend, and they're together.
So, if you didn't know, they kind of ran away together. And King Arthur did not like that.
Hello!
Hi Marcy! Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. By the way, if you guys are new to Espen's channel and you're not already subscribed, please, I implore you, please subscribe. She's great. We do lots of fun podcasts, and we might do more podcast live streams together, and the podcast stuff is always with us. It's a duo thing.
Sorry, Callie. It's Tedros' mum and then his dad's best friend. So no,
it's not.
A wife cheating on her husband, her terrible, kind of slightly mentally abusive husband, and instead confiding in his best friend and running away with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it is.
No,
never mind.
Don't say that. Oh, this hasn't even gotten the strangest it's even been, Agent. Okay.
This it gets stranger. It gets stranger.
But yeah.
Let's just jump to the important part. Basically, they catch up. Blah blah blah. Family bonding time. There's a cave. There's a cave. We're running out of time. Let's go fast forwards. There's a cave. Tedros and Sophie are in the cave.
No, we still have a fair bit of time. I can quickly go through the points that I made.
Well, I mean, it's really just a lot of family bonding time and excessive stuff. But we want to go to the important stuff.
Really important stuff. Because you forget that Tedros tries to kiss Sophie.
Yeah, in the cave.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah, they're in the cave. They're trying to kiss, and then now you go. I set it up perfectly for you.
And it doesn't work out.
Yeah, it don't work out.
And so Sophie returns to Rafal.
With like this whole I think what was it, like swan feathers spawn into like existence and like engulf Sophie and teleport her back to the school for good. I mean, sorry, it's school for new. Bullshit. Some random birds of a feather crap like that.
And then Tedros kisses Sophie. Sorry, Agatha. Oh my god. Tedros kisses Agatha and makes her his queen. Disgusting.
This guy he can never make up his mind. He's always thinking, oh, do I want Sophie or do I want Agatha? Sophie's kind of a bitch, but like she's pretty.
Now we're getting to the nitty gritty because they're partnering up to prepare for a huge war. So Merlin partners one new student like Agatha with an old one like Cinderella, and they fight with each other. The really funny thing is Hester, who's the daughter of the witch from Hansel and Gretel, is partnered with Hansel and Gretel, and it's very, very funny. Now though, we basically with Agatha and Cinderella, who are partnered up together, there's a whole like huge thing about like Agatha and Cinderella not liking each other because Agatha thinks of Cinderella one way and Cinderella's like, no, I actually loved my stepsisters and didn't want to be with the prince, but I was forced to.
Yes, the whole thing with Cinderella was actually very interesting. It was really yeah, because she's like, oh yeah, after I finished Cinderella never wanted to go to the school for good or evil. She just got a letter one day. It was like, yeah, you're gonna go to the school for good, and then after that she didn't go on into the woods into the woods to find like her fairy tale. No, she went back to her stepsisters, and her stepmother continued to be Cinderella, basically, as we know the story. But she actually loved the stepsisters and stuff, and was forced to marry the prince.
Yeah, and they were actually forced to make those stories. A lot of them, some of the villains were actually bad, but like if with the stories that were created, they didn't, you know, the stepsisters didn't have a choice in being good in that. It was twisted, as Rosa said, like propaganda for the books to make the sisters seem bad, but it wasn't actually bad. But yeah, this whole thing, we go back to the school for new and old, right? And it's here where Lady Lesso is revealed to be the spy, and she basically confides, we actually spoke about this in the first one, how why Sophie looks up to Lesso so much in them being very similar. And she confides her that she sees herself in her because she sees that Sophie really, really loves her best friend.
Yeah, I think we compared it to the movie in the first one that we did.
Yeah.
Because in the movie they revealed that Lady Lesso was, I forgot the name, from Gavaldon, but they didn't reveal this in the book until this book. Yeah.
And then she's saying that she would do the same thing for her friend Dovey, which is beautiful.
Professor Dovey, yes.
At the same time, and so she goes to the school for old and saves all the teachers. Which we all know was for Dovey. Come on, it was just for Dovey. Look, I don't know if they were besties or if they were secretly lovers, but like
I never got that impression. I never got that. I'm gonna be real.
I don't know. I didn't get that impression either. I thought they were just best friends, but some people do. Some people because of the movies now.
Yeah, but even with the movie, I still didn't quite see it.
The actors have chosen to portray the characters in the movie. And what they would say in like press interviews and stuff about why they chose to act certain ways with the characters. People thought that they deliberately did that so it can be interpreted that way. I always just saw them as best friends though.
Same.
You know, like almost like a very, very close family bond is how I saw it. Because like I have friends, like for me that reminded me of my friends and how like they're like family to me. But yeah.
Because they've known each other for so many years, so it makes sense.
Because it's just
like besties. Although I guess before Sophie and Agatha came along, they did hate each other.
Yeah. But yes, now we clip to now. At this point, I think the war has like begun with the School of Old and New and the 13 group, right?
Yeah.
And Sophie and Agatha find each other again and fall dramatically into a crypt because of Arik, who is Lady Lesso's son.
Yeah, this was just something that they really just randomly threw into the book. Lady Lesso secretly has a son, and he is evil. But
here's we only have 90 minutes, so I planned for this though. I made a very quick recap because guess what? They got rid of Seda, and they shouldn't have, because if they were gonna make more movies, this would fuck it up for them. So, to quickly go over it, here, when they fall into the crypt, they find Vanessa's body. Vanessa
is Sophie's mum.
And then they find a hologram professor who explains their history. I'm going to go through that really quickly. I've got to recap. 1. Callus, Agatha's alleged mother. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, this is where it gets juicy, Chad. Pay attention. Take notes. We're going to test you.
The schoolmaster, who is the one gunning for Sophie right now,
Rafal,
wanted to marry Callus because he thought she was pretty. And she hated him though, so she was like, nah, fucking creep, and she escaped to Gavaldon, where she met Vanessa. Now, Vanessa likes Stefan, who's Sophie's dad, but Stefan liked Honora, who's now his wife. Because Vanessa
Sophie's stepmother,
was ugly as
the one
shit,
Sophie didn't want
Vanessa
to
was
marry.
Ugly as shit. Now, Vanessa gets Callus because she knows that she can do magic, and so asks her to make a love potion for Stefan, so Stefan will get jiggy with her and give her kids. And Stefan accuses her witchcraft, and to calm this all down, Callus marries Stefan to save her from death. And
sorry, you just said Callus.
What was it?
You just said
Sorry,
Callus.
yes. Sorry. And
not Callus.
Callus sets up a marriage. Sorry, Callus sets up a marriage between Vanessa and Stefan to save her. Sorry, Callus sets up the marriage. And now Vanessa and Stefan do have kids, 2 boys, but they die. And so Vanessa asks Callus to make her a potion to have a healthy child. And then Vanessa gives birth to 2 twin girls, Agatha and Sophie. Agatha and Sophie are twin sisters. This is
where it gets freaky. In the first book they kissed, and then also... Yeah.
In the books, I'm sorry, in the books I did interpret it as they were written as if they were going to actually end up together.
Yeah, same. I didn't think... that was the biggest plot twist ever, man. I saw that, I was like, whoa.
He made them...
What?
You know, he made them kiss, he made them always go back to each other at the end of the books.
It was the biggest plot twist.
I was like, they're gonna end up together, but then it's like, they're twin sisters. And I was like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
they're twin sisters.
This entire time. Yeah, but the reason why they were raised separately is because Vanessa looks at Agatha and says, that thing is fucking ugly, bye, gives Agatha to Callus while burning their friendship. Now Callus magically makes herself look like Agatha, so she turns herself ugly, well, allegedly ugly. And then Vanessa keeps Sophie, her little apparent pretty princess, because she's self-serving and a bitch.
I want to make a point.
Sophie, freaking princess stuff. I can't believe it. I unknowingly was shipping some twincess ship.
Oh yeah, and this is where it gets a little bit more confusing. Because if they are going to make more movies, like the Netflix movie, there's nothing wrong with the casting, but just I'm just confused about how they're going to explain the twin thing.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, in the first episode, I actually said I'd explain it here. So I'll quickly go through it. I hope that if they do make movies, that they don't make them twins. That they'll make it like they'll twist it to make it something else. Because the actresses do have quite different skin tones. Like there's only so much they can do, and because Callus's actor is even darker than. Actually, there's 15 more minutes. Thank you very much. I didn't start the timer until quite a while after we started. And so it's like I don't think people would go down with somebody like potentially like. I don't know if people would be happy with it, especially since we've already seen Sophie's parents and they're both very white, and I don't know how.
Well,
Didn't we never
see Vanessa? We only saw Honora in the movie.
Yeah. Either way, I don't know if there's a way to spin it, especially.
Yeah, there's no. I don't feel like there's a way to spin that.
So, and I feel like people just get upset about it if that's how it was framed. So I think that they'll cut it out. Hopefully. But yeah. Okay, now.
Maybe they make it that something like they were born at the same time, but like they're not twins.
Something happened at this point. I can't remember exactly what, and the what like ended. Like something ended.
I think,
and then it starts up again because Rafal's army is now starting a new war and marching into Gavaldon. There's like this. Like,
he wanted. There was
into Gavaldon.
Yeah, there's a barrier protecting Gavaldon from the fairy tale world. So think of Gavaldon like our world, right? The reader world. It
won't be a twin ship because they won't be twins.
Am I pushing forward order change?
You catching what I'm throwing down, Rose? Trust. They shouldn't have been twins in the first place.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have. That was kind of freaky. Continuing on. We're running out of time. Continuing on. They started a whole war. There's Excalibur painting portal. Excalibur and portal.
Yes.
Magic.
I
words.
I was gonna ask you.
Yes. I explicitly remember there's a painting Agatha. It was in like the gallery, the museum with all the artifacts. Yes, this is
a painting by Seda, remember?
Yeah, by Seda. Seda's blind, by the way, for those who do not know. He's blind.
And I can't remember who pulls it out, but somebody reaches into the painting and pulls
I very explicitly remember it being Agatha. She sees the painting. She sees Excalibur in the painting. I don't remember what it was that urged her to put her hand into the painting, but she did. She reaches her hand into the painting, and I remember the book describing it like water, but like it's dry. Her hand's not wet, and then she pulls out her hand, and she has Excalibur. Yeah.
Now, obviously Agatha has Excalibur. They bring it back. They're all in Gavaldon now.
Yes, and everyone is now in Gavaldon.
Agatha realizes that Rafal was actually trying to get Sophie to kill her father, Stefan.
Why did he want her to kill Stefan? I do not remember this.
There was some thing about it, like giving Rafal power or some shit like that.
No, I remember him marrying Sophie would give him infinite immortal power.
But I don't remember about her having to kill her father.
Yeah, I think she was gonna do it too. Until Agatha came along.
At this part, the evil is about to win, and Rafal gives Sophie the chance to kill Stefan. But at the last minute, she hacks the ring off her finger with Excalibur instead, and destroys Rafal.
And then all the bad guys shrivel and disintegrate into dust.
Literally right after that really impactful moment, we cut to Lady Lesso and her son fighting, and she fucking dies, bro!
Dude, that pissed me off so much! Lady Lesso was so, she was such an important character. She was like a really good mentor to Sophie. I'm so mad that they killed her off, man. I wanted to see so much more.
She was amazing in this book. In the first two books, she wasn't there much. In this book, she was so amazing. And this point is actually from Dovey's perspective.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's so heartbreaking because she says that she's imagining closing her eyes and seeing her best friend drift away, and her imagining her just going away. And I felt like crying, bro. Even when I was redoing this, I was like, oh. When I was going back through it, it's so sad. But they just I was so mad when they killed Lady Lesso.
They should not have killed off Lady Lesso, man.
Nah.
She was such a good mentor to I'm just keep repeating myself. She was such a good mentor to Sophie, and I just can't believe they've done this.
But yeah, at this point the barrier between the two places gets restored. Dovey is back. It's back to good and evil. Dovey being the dean for the good, but now that Lady Lasso's dead,
Yeah,
it
there's
turns
no
out
dean
in her
for
will.
yeah, there's no dean for evil now.
She said in her will that she wanted Sophie to become the dean for the School of Evil.
Oh,
so
that's
then
not
Sophie's just
that's.
the dean. And yeah, you can imagine it's just.
You
as
can
bad
imagine
as
how
it
that would go.
sounds.
Sophie as dean. It describes her to having renovated the School for Evil to just be like a whole thing about her.
Sophie 17.
Yeah, like she made the School for Good.
Yeah.
No, she made the School for Evil a whole shrine dedicated to herself. Portraits of her everywhere, statues of her everywhere, banners with her name on it. Literally everything that she possibly could make after her, she did it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna chat about it a lot in the next episode in 2 weeks, because like there are so many descriptions of the book of just it's not the school for evil anymore. It's the school for Sophie.
It really is the school for Sophie.
But yeah, after this, Agatha and Tedros go back to Camelot with Merlin, because guess what? Actually, they would have been 18 at this. No. Yeah, 17 turning 18, because remember Tedros is going to become king when he's 18 in the start of the next book.
Average school captain.
Next
no,
book,
but like this is like the dean.
Training to become
the
king.
dean. The person that runs the school.
Because right at the end of the next book, Tedros is going to become king, right?
Yes. But it doesn't happen.
Was it the start of the end?
Next book.
I can't
Wait.
remember right now.
What was the fourth book?
But yeah. I can't remember the name
I
of it
can't
right
remember.
now. Wait,
I'm only on the fifth one.
All
knowledge.
For Glory.
Oh, I remember Crystal. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Big ship. Pirate. Monkey. New students. Monkey.
Yeah.
Or was it a ferret? No. Monkey?
I don't remember, dude.
Badger.
But
no.
yeah.
Something.
And the thing is, after this entire book, now, we didn't talk about much except for that one comment, but once again, with the comments, all the new comments about, like, Hort's super good glow up, and now he's, like, super, like...
Yes!
Amazing looking now. He goes, and Sophie literally, like, giving him, like, looks across from the thing, and, like, descriptions of her, like, checking him out. Literally checking him out.
He made himself, like, he gave himself a glow up because he wanted Sophie.
For Sophie.
He did it for Sophie. He basically made himself a Tedros clone. But better.
And he goes up to her after this entire book and them like checking each other out. And then she's just like, no, I'm good. I'm happy to just be myself and work on myself now. I don't need a boy.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure in like the whole of the next book. Actually, no, I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna spoil something for the next episode if I say that.
That's fine.
Basically, Hort basically spends a lot of the next book trying to win over Sophie. Like, I remember he's in her office and they're talking, and it's like he's trying to win her over. There's a very explicit scene of him in the, what do they call it? The groom room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the place for like the Evers.
Wait, and doesn't Tedros walk in or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then moment we were like, are you sure that these two aren't gonna like hook it up or something? Because like once again, more bisexual Tedros. It's really weird. This dude is not beating the bisexual allegations at all. Like again and again, you're like, are we sure that he actually likes Agatha? And he half the time I'm like, is he actually?
That's trying to get us.
Because like honestly, sometimes it feels like he likes. Look. My canon for bisexual Tedros is that he likes men better, but like he's too ashamed of it to actually just go.
Yeah, because he is supposed to be the future king of Camelot, right? So
and like have a queen and heirs and shit.
Yeah,
which you can't exactly do. But it's just so stupid because there's so many times again and again and again when he looks at men and he's literally like, from his perspective, he's like, yeah, and then from the girl's perspective, like this dude's annoying as fucking shit. And it's like, bruh.
Tedros has a thing for annoying guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Tedros.
If there is magic,
But yeah.
I'm not
If
reading the
there's
rest of
magic-
that, Callie. You,
know
guys
what?
killed Espen.
Kelly, fair enough.
School for good and...
The school for good now. We still have
Some of
4
y'all are
minutes, but,
just
like,
sick. Ugh.
You know, we still have 4 minutes, and I was about to say there's nothing else to speak about, but I just remembered that I wrote these comments at the bottom. Now, I think that what they should have done instead of extending it is that they should have made it a cliffhanger.
Yeah, they probably really should have.
Tedros and Agatha got caught. You know, when they got caught when they were sneaking around the schools? Or, after Sophie noticed the name... or after Sophie noticed the name on the ring.
Oh wait, we
Also,
never explained that. We never explained that. The
Rafal.
ring was made from.
Sorry, Rafal.
Wait. The ring was made from. What did they call it? I feel like there was a duck involved.
Probably.
The ring was made of some like really evil gold or something, and
Yeah.
basically it would trick you into thinking you loved one person, but like you don't actually like, and you're like your quote unquote one true love is who the ring tells you it is. Like, you know,
Gold.
yeah, see, bird, something to do with a bird. Yeah. And so, for example, this is why it's important, right? So the ring on Sophie's hand wrote Tedros' name, but in the end, it turned out to become Rafal's name, showing Sophie that she really is the evilest of evils.
She is actually pure evil. But yeah, sorry, correction. I think it should have cut off after Rafal saw Tedros' name tattooed onto under the ring, because him seeing that, I feel like if they cut off
like he
right
knew,
after that
he
and he turned
knew.
his page and it's a blank, it would have been like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell? It would have been so good. It would have been amazing. And then like to start the next book off with like him like losing it or something. I would have loved that, because I love when it just cuts off randomly. You're like, oh, dude, where's the next chapter? Where's the next page?
My eye!
Because it makes it really, really interesting. But yeah. Pure sheer will and power will make the Emperor possible.
I think we're about to hit the 50-minute mark.
Conversation. There are still 2 minutes.
I don't need 2 more minutes of what's going on in chat, please.
I know, this is... yeah. Does anybody have any questions so we can clarify before
Yes. Before we finish up, does anybody have any questions overall about the book? I feel like, did we miss any points? Did we miss anything important? How did it...
I don't believe so.
I'm trying to think. How did it end?
Bye, Rose!
Bye-bye, Rose. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. I think, okay, this is a big if. Maybe I'll do a stream on my own channel after this. Don't get your hopes up. I don't have anything planned. It will be very last minute. Might be a visual novel. It's visual novel February. It has to be.
How much denial is this by man in? Too much.
Too much.
So much denial.
So much
denial. There is like 5,000 layers of denial.
Like more than 5,000. What are you on?
Yes, it's been an hour, but we took a long time to do the intro. And 5 minutes just to even get off the starting soon screen, dude.
Yeah. No, Callie, I have games. I have games. It's fine, Callie. Yes. Yes.
Also,
okay.
Any suggestions for
episodes? Someone said The Hobbit.
Put them right now. Either put them in the chat right now or go to the description and comment in our free Patreon. Any games,
or even in the
books,
comments,
or movies that you'd like us to do an episode.
Oh yes, the free Patreon. I completely forgot. So, if you guys are new here and you aren't aware, we actually have a free to join Patreon where you guys can give us recommendations on stuff to do reviews on. So it could be books, video games, movies, the whole shebang, anything. We will do our research on it. We will make podcasts about it. Let us know on the Patreon, in the chat right now, or even in the comments of this video once the live is over. Yes, Rose said The Hobbit earlier, so we might have to put that on the list.
My eyes are gonna be changing like crazy because I'm typing, and E is my hotkey.
You can make it like Control E or something.
Yeah, but like then we'll have to fix it around. I'm too lazy for that right now.
It's 2 buttons. It is 2 buttons.
No, but I have to like I'll have to redo it in my settings to change it from just E.
In VTube, yeah, it's 2 buttons. I'll help you.
Is
I'll help you after the stream.
to change it.
Yes, I'll help you on the stream.
I'm really busy after this stream.
God damn it.
I'll have to hop it right off. You guys should do something on VTubing at some point.
Yes!
We could do, like, a thing
oh my god, we should
do
could
some
talk about like the
videos.
behind the scenes. Oh my god, thank you, Lucy.
Yeah.
Yes. That's genius.
I've wanted to make some own behind the scenes videos of myself of like me fixing up my background and stuff, so come prepared for that, people. But yeah.
So yeah, do we have any questions? Yeah, I think that is all for today. So before we sign off, do we have any questions about the book or School for Good and Evil in general? I'll give you guys a minute to type your questions. That was me, thank you very much, not Lucy.
We appreciate you, Callie.
We appreciate you, Callie.
The suggestion for the VTubing.
Yes, we do appreciate you. Calm down, silly sea dragon.
Shush, shush, shush.
Do you mind gothic horror I made? It's really good. Gothic horror. What did he do? What did the teddy bear do?
Lucy made a gothic horror story.
Ooh.
A small one for... Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we could do that.
We have... 90 minutes of denial, this man is all I had to know. Yeah. Alright, I don't believe there are any other questions, but people do come up with something, obviously.
Wait, check that we're not looking at the actual proper live chat, not the... I just realized I've been looking at the top chat, not the live chat this whole time. I apologize if I missed any messages.
I'm looking at the live chat, dude.
No, my one, I don't know why mine automatically mid-stream changes to top chat. I don't know why. I might have to change some settings, but yeah, I'll do it afterwards. It's
You're
fine.
weird, bro.
Yeah, my thing is weird. I don't know why. Alright. Well, I think that is it for the day. That's everything. We've hit our 50-minute mark. We've talked for a little bit longer than that. Any final words? No?
I think that's it for me. If you want to go see everyone else's videos and content, it's once again linked in the description.
We should probably expand on that if you're new here. After this? I might be. I don't have anything scheduled. I might have to, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll throw something together. If you want to know if I am or not, then you can use the channel link in this stream's description to come to my channel. Or you can also join my Discord. Yeah!
Which is linked at the top of your channel as well, isn't it?
Yes.
I should probably link it somewhere because I think everybody's just like settled there.
Well, because the rest of Eternia V doesn't make enough content. Yeah, I keep telling you guys, you guys gotta like do more streams. We gotta do more fun stuff together, gang. We gotta get the Eternia V game back together. And we gotta do something for our birthdays this year, 100%. Again. That was fun. And so you gotta check Discord more often, so much has happened. Yes.
Dude, I'm really, really bad with Discord.
I'm trying, Moona, I promise. Yeah. Thank you, Sea Dragon, for trying.
Alright, though, I think that's it for now.
That's about it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining today. And don't forget to subscribe to S-Spin. Yes, please subscribe to all the members of Eternia V. And I think, in my Discord server, we have notifications for when anyone and everyone makes content. Like, if they post or if they do lives. Yeah.
I did forget to. Oh, I'm gonna have to go edit the description because I just had this gut-wrenching feeling that I forgot to re-type in all the ats, and I did. I just copy and pasted it. I'm gonna have to go edit it. And they actually
That's okay.
I'm gonna go edit the description right after this. Yes,
Alright.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Yes, thank you guys so much for coming. We might again continue to upload. I think we're going to do. Are we going to every fortnight? We're going to fortnight as in 2 weeks.
We're gonna do live streams.
Yeah, every 2 weeks, not the game. Yeah, we're going to do podcasts live from now on, unless something changes.
Much more. It's just more time efficient for
us
really
is.
Because we're both too busy. So live streams every fortnight, and then potentially over holidays or something, like the long holidays, we may do
like long weekends and stuff. We may, we might record and upload,
so then they can be more. Yeah.
Anyway,
or we might just make even. more potentially.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream today. We hope you had a good time. Do we have anything to say about the Tedros scale? I think this is the first time we haven't mentioned the Tedros scale.
This book on the Tedros scale was a 10 out of 10 for annoying as fuck on the Tedros scale. Oh my goodness. For those of you who have read it, it's a lot. For those of you who haven't read it, I'm warning you, it's a lot.
But it's great. You should still read it. Possibly the worst out of the series, but it's great. Yeah.
I think anything honestly could have redeemed Tedros, not even if he actually accepted the fact that he was bi. Because he would have just had like a crisis for like half the book of, oh my god.
He would have.
Guys.
He would have had a whole crisis.
And so even that would have been annoying as shit.
Okay, I think we keep finding reasons to keep talking. We gotta end. So, thank you guys so much for watching the stream today. Don't forget to subscribe to Eternia V, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.